Yes, Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm excited because 1.16 has officially had its release date announced. What a wonderful time it is for the Minecraft world. We now know the Nether update is coming out less than a week from now. However, the best way to prepare for this update, beyond, perhaps collecting soul sand from your existing Nether and stuff like that, is to make sure, whatever you do, you don't explore new parts of your Nether. The easiest way to make sure you don't explore new parts of your Nether is not to go there, and so therefore the best way to prepare for the Nether update is to avoid your Nether at all costs. And given that I was already in the middle of torching up my world, you can see, by the way, from here at night, look at the beauty of how the world looks like it's daytime, just with a weird night sky. That's the progress we've made so far over here, but I think we can do one better, and by one better I mean slightly better, and by that I mean, let's go to sleep and let's start placing torches in the area around here, because we might have torched up the mountain and the areas around it, but you can see down there, it's still dark. You can see my wood factory and the forest, it's still dark, so what we're going to do is fix precisely that after we set our spawn point inside my own head, which is always a great idea, right? Place Soulfire when the Nether releases, please. Yeah, the one thing I did consider is that it's worth collecting a bunch of torches now, so you can add soul sand to them later, and then you can make soul torches. I definitely did think, it'd be cool to have a part of my world where there's soul torches instead of regular torches. That is terrifying, the way that spider just climbed all the way up here. But, yeah, I definitely considered that. I don't know how realistic an idea that will be in the future, but for now, we focus on the torches. That's all we've got to do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, as with every Toycat stream, we're doing the thing where we talk and we play Minecraft, and if you don't care about the Minecraft, you can listen to the talk, and if you don't care about the talk, you can just watch the Minecraft. Honestly, every now and then someone is just like, yeah, this guy really annoys me with the way he says things, but darn if I'm not interested in his projects. And it's like, didn't know that happened that way around. Hashtag Gilded Blackstone is the best block 2020. I want to see someone make a pretty house out of Gilded Blackstone. That would be nice. I would love it if someone could actually show me Gilded Blackstone looking good. But I've yet to see a single person even attempt it, I think. To make Gilded Blackstone into a nice house. I don't know. Also, hello, Alina Khan. Also, hello, Grape Juice Horror. So you're telling me this stream has no legit purpose? I mean, in the sense that every stream on the internet ever has no legit purpose, precisely. In the sense that, also, let's go down. It's going to hurt, but it's fine. Also, thank you, Mr. Grape Juice Horror. Also, I think I missed a thing from already. I've been streaming for so long, and I still don't know how to, get these things going on. Like Howard Cubic said, paying the Toycat tax, and I missed it. And I feel bad about that. I shouldn't be missing people's messages. Or maybe I should. Maybe your messages suck. Maybe that's why I miss them. I just pretend, oh yeah, sorry. Looks like I'm bad at streaming. Now, I've been doing this for years. Of course I know what's going on. So, 1.16, right? I don't know why this is my first thought that comes to mind, but I really want to talk about it. Because 1.16 coming out now, in a time where some of the world is locked down, some of the world is deciding to unlock down, and some of the... the world's in a state where a lot more people are inside... Again, what they feel like is against their will, right? Or just literally against your will in some cases, or even if you're doing it for the greater good, it's still against your personal desires. Even if you would like to be outside and you choose not to be, it's still not an ideal circumstance. Also, there was already a torch here, damn it. Hey, Frosty the Panda, thank you. It's good to see you. Always love to see a good Frosty the Panda here. That's my favorite old joke that somehow still hasn't died. But, I'm here, just a little quit, and had 2 mental breakdowns today. Your stream is a blessing. Please accept my Toycat tax. Says Gracie is a dino. I love the comparison from the one guy who was like, so there's no point to this stream, versus, hey, it's good to see you. I like that. I like that contrarian. I like that it shows we got a broad variety of people here, even on the spectrum of, do you even like Toycat? It's good to have some people who don't like you around you, because they'll remind you of your biggest flaws all the time, which is bad sometimes, but if we don't know about our flaws, we won't improve them. So anyway, we're all inside of some form, and 1.16 coming out is going to make a non-insignificant number of people enjoy their time inside more, and potentially even stay inside a little more than they otherwise would, right? That's just kind of a fact. Also, our Realm servers come to PS4 in 1.16. I wish I could say the answer was yes, but there's not been an official announcement, which is super weird to me. How has there not been one? I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's very illogical. Also, these torches don't line up again. So when this happens, what we just do is we pretend that that they should. Or maybe, yeah, we'll just, like, place a torch here instead, and then we'll line up the 2 grids. It's funny how often this has happened across the world, where just, like, everything's off, but, like, by a smidgen. Actually, this looks close enough to on target. You know, we'll just call it a day, and we'll just pretend that it's okay. Frosty the Panda will never die. Literally haven't gone to my Nether since the Nether update was announced. Yeah, right, like, it's the best thing to do to keep a survival world that you care about, like, pure, you know, like, useful, is to not experience new features till they're there. Like, when there was, you know, when the bamboo jungle came out, exploring your existing jungle, bad idea. Versus, you know, just hold off, just wait a little bit, you know? It's a fun kind of restraint. Anyway, so a lot of people are going to be inside more than they would without a Nether update, right? So Mojang, you know, so after the fact, we could do a calculation, and we could work out pretty directly that 1.16 will save some number of lives. And, you know, maybe that sounds dumb to you, but, like, you know, if you don't get into contact with other humans, and those humans don't have the thing, you might not spread it to other people, those people might not die, or even better, maybe you won't get it either. Also, thank you, Jess Slimmer. Hey!
Hey, Toy Cat, I've been too busy to stop by and say hi. I hope everything is going well, woman shrugging.
It has been going well. I mean, as well as, like, my life can go under current conditions. But things have been well. Thank you, Jess Slimmer. I hope all things have been well with you. Again, there are some people I miss when I'm like, I don't spot them in the tips or even in the chat, and it's like, oh, I guess they just vanished. And it's nice to see that that's not the case. Good to see you, Jess Slimmer. Medium shrugging skin, female, medium tone. I said that right. Dropping another $5 for my bank account runs dry as I lost my job, says Bauk. You know what, Mr. Bauk? Do not feel obliged to tip whatsoever if you don't have a source of income. I won't make you feel bad about it. I mean, like, not that any streamer should, regardless of your reason for choosing not to tip, but you don't have to worry, my man. But thank you for choosing to so anyway. Hey, can you hug your camera for me so I can feel what it's like to hug you? Okay, here you go, man. Here you go, Mr. Jack Cuff. This is my close hug with the camera. You know, I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna institute a no hugging the camera policy from now on. But you know, I hope you enjoyed your one-time Toy Cat hug, friends. Anyway, so now that was cozy. Hope you enjoyed your Toy Cat one-time hug voucher. If you want any more hugs than that, you're gonna have to get it in person. This is definitely incorrectly laid out. Yeah, this was a mistake. So then we gotta go over to here now. Go another couple blocks along. And there we go, we're pretty good. The episode on the poorly translated Minecraft was funny. I really enjoyed making that video too, I'll be honest with you. Oh, that rhymes as well. I really enjoyed making that video. As I was doing it, I was just like, this was a lot of fun. Hopefully people appreciate it. And they did. Shalom, sir. Kat, I thank you for streaming today. My day has not been very cash money, but being able to watch you stream makes it a bit better. Thanks you. Hey, thank you, Juliana. Good to see you here. I'm sometimes confused at your channels, but now it's
Bedrock.
Hey, you know, Arainik, I really miss the additions of Minecraft. I sometimes wonder, like, what is the alternate, you know, what is the alternate future version of me doing, where I'm playing Minecraft? You know, console edition still. And I wonder, like, is it a better or a worse world? There's no real answer, obviously, but, like, it's weird how much the world has changed in the day, like, just in the console edition to Bedrock days. It's kind of crazy. I don't have income, but you know who does? My parents, says Frosty Panda. See, I know you're saying it as a joke. I know this is a thing, but it's still like, oh, I don't know, man. You know, Frosty the Panda, living up to your child-friendly YouTuber name. I do love that as a thing. So anyway, yeah, so if we get, you can do a calculation, right? And you can work out how many lives the Nether update will save. It'd be hard to do right now, but like, let's say that calculation exists, and it's a number in like the hundreds, because 200 million people own Minecraft, and when a new update comes out, there's always a big surge of excitement. People are like looking to get back into the game, or you know, like they played it a little bit before, but now they're getting really big into it. So you can work out that there is some number of people that will play Minecraft instead of going outside. We'll spread, we'll drop the infection rate, blah, 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 blah. And therefore, I ask you this question to bring it almost into the philosophy world again. Do you think if they had to delay the update because they just decided to, because it worked better to release on June 30th instead of the 23rd or something like that. Do you think if Mojang delays this update, which we know can save a certain number of lives in an indirect sense, do you think that number of lives lost is on them? Like if releasing on June 30th, or even just July 30th or something, because July's a better date, middle of the summer. If releasing the update later could be calculated to cost lives, do you think that's like their fault? Is that like whoever makes that decision is basically killing people, or is that just deciding not to save people? Also had a bad day. Glad you're here to change that, says Nara-chan. Hey, thank you, Nara-chan. I didn't realize why. I mean, like I've obviously seen Smuckarian foreign chats before, but it's great to see them, and it's nice to see them. Thank you, Nara-chan. Thank you for your hug. But yeah, so the thing that the kind of like philosophical thing in here is that most people would say, no, Mojang, everyone in chat is saying, no, of course it's not their fault. Like a lot of people are going crazy over that, like that's a dumb question. And it is a dumb question because we all know the answer intuitively. But if we do like a more obvious one, right? If you are swimming, no, if you're next to you're going for a walk around a pond, a lake, let's say, and you see someone who's swimming in there, they're drowning. If you don't jump in to save them, are you murdering them, or are you just not saving them? You are, by condemning them to die of your lack of saving, are you actually condemning them to die, or are you just choosing not to save them, Also, hey Toycat, also, wait, Fraser Pokark, all the time, my all-time favorite Toycat video is, and always will be, your house tour. Honestly, not my favorite video I've ever made, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Looking around my house is always a fun little time. I honestly, the coolest bit about moving house is being able to make a house tour. Also, hello Toycat, am I remembered? You're remembered as the person who says I'm remembered. No, Shockboy, you work in fast food, and you usually are, fairly nice. Yeah, again, it's, you can't be too picky on the internet with people who are nice enough to support you. But yeah, I will be there anyway. Not murder, but you made the choice to kill them, says Hexatron. Should you be, like, prosecuted? Is that, like, on you, That's my question. Like, you're making the choice to kill them, so you're effectively, you are killing them, yes? So by not releasing an update, are you killing the people in the same way? Everyone sees that as different, and it's fascinating. Also, Holy Hongjung, thank you, and LT999. That is the emergency number in the UK. Every now and then I forget that it's not universal American knowledge. So fun fact, in the rest of the world, 911 is not the default number. In most countries, it's either 999 if it's like former British, or it's 112, like it's the international works almost everywhere number. So yeah, if you want to make like a nice, truly understanding kind of thing, 112 is what you need to do. Oh, I love that. That should be the ad campaign. They should hire me. I should work on this for them. But, so that's 2, 3, roughly here, right? That has to be correct. Let's just quickly line it up. This is at 117, so that being at 123, that is correct. And then we'll do another one at 129. Oh, it's right on the walls, because of course it is. Well, that's a bit of a pain, but we'll work through it. We can't place a torch there. But we can say thank you, Barnacle Jake, for becoming a channel member. Here's the cool thing. As of tomorrow, we won't need to download the beta to hear that song. That song will just be a part of Minecraft. Isn't that an exciting future? This is the future we should all fight for. When I was lifeguard, not saving them was killing them. See, I think that's a bit different. When your job is to do something and you don't do it, that's like negligence, right? Like if a bus driver swerves into the side of the road and kills us, that's a bit different.
I love your vids.
Hey, LT! Thank you for the crazy pink super chat. It's been a long time. Actually, no, it's been like since Sunday. I just realized we had a crazy one earlier. But thank you so much, Mr. LT. I'll never know much about you. Well, I can. You can tell me much about you. But if I don't know much about you, I know you're a generous human being. I am not Sharkboy. I am Sharks332. Guess I'm not remembered. Oh my god, I may... That's my... I've never had this awkward moment on a stream before. But guess what? Now I get to have it. Ooh, sorry. Misread your name. Thought you were somewhere else. That is beautiful. I've never seen that, and I'm glad this happened. Chat, you will get to watch this right now. This beautiful, awkward moment where I thought I remembered someone, but I mistook them for someone else that I did remember. No, honestly, I guess I've combined the two of you into one person. Like, I know this hurts to probably hear as like a You know, like in real life, it'd hurt if your parents were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I just got you confused with Michael Jackson." And it's like, "But you gave birth to me, and Michael Jackson, he's a celebrity from the '70s." And it's like, "Well, you both called Michael." Easy mistake to make, and you're like, because you know your relationship with someone isn't the same as their relationship with you. This is like really true in real life, but you don't often get to think about it. You know, this is why I've always been an advocate for, like, in real life, we should say, hey, I would like to become friends level 5 with you. Would you like to accept this, or should we remain at friends level 2? Because often, you know, like, there's that awkward moment where, like, people don't fully understand their relationship with each other, and it leads to, like, all sorts of uncomfortable things. You know what I'm talking about. Let's dig a hole down there, and let's place a torch in it, and let's put the slab back, and now we'll still get light through that slab. Handy pro tip with Toy Cat right there. But yeah, like that like kind of awkward thing, it's much easier avoided if we just go, hey, what level of friends are we? Because, you know, like, the fact that you never discuss, like, how much you like someone, or vice versa, it's like a very rare conversation to have. So many misunderstandings are had, and you know what, life could be so much easier if we just don't. That'd be more awkward, Toy Cat says Heidi Cobell. It's awkward because we don't do it. If we did do it, it wouldn't be awkward. Last donation of the day, I'm Sharks352. I made Pigstep Kazoo. Also, day 1 of donating till you change your donation song till Pigstep Kazoo. I honestly, again, I've combined you in my head this entire time. It's good that you know Shark Boy, though. That's a sign that you know this whole thing. But it is this, there is this fascinating thing that you can know someone a different amount to how much they know you. And you can, like, you can think your relationship is stronger than it is as a result, and it's painful, but again, it's that interesting. You know, on the internet, the reason it happens is parasocial relationships. You're always going to know me more than I know you because I share more of my life than you have an opportunity to share some of yours. And it sounds bad on the surface, but I like to think of it as broadly a positive thing. I like to think of it as being a useful piece of, you know, like, it's a relation. The cool thing about parasocial relationships is you get to have all the fun of knowing me with none of the obligation. Like, if you wanted to,
Do you have
it's
Discord?
awesome.
If so, can you put it in chat?
Discord.gg/toycat. I'm not going to put it in chat, because, like, but, discord.gg/toycat. I've got a custom URL and everything. Aren't I living the high life? By the way, can a tree grow with a torch next to it? Like, I think it can grow like that, but I'm not sure it can grow like this. I guess we'll find out when it does or does not grow, huh? Also, that being behind the trees is going to cause me real problems, but we'll deal with that when we get to that. Yeah, let's place it, like, under this floorboard right here. Oh, it's a top half, so the light might not go through. You know, again, we'll deal with that when we get to that. Come on, Toy Cat, you can't escape the kazoo. You're a very talented gentleman, Mr. Sharks, if you made the whole kazoo song then. I do have to say that about you. Should have used lanterns for a challenge. The amount of iron it would take to cover your world in lanterns would, like, bankrupt anyone, even if you had, like, an iron farm. And as someone who steadfastly does not want an iron farm, I want, like, any form of other thing instead. That is my kind of issue. So, save Baron Trump 2020. Should have used, also, yeah, thank you, Mr. LT. You are able to join that, and if you become a member, you can get a special rank there as well. You know, I'm just throwing that out there as a thing. Someone said in my chat earlier that, like, my Discord is, like, fairly related to me. I don't know if that's, like, a cool thing about Discord or not, that's like, oh yeah, it's just, like, where people go to chat with each other. Sometimes, a lot of things are there, but apparently not much fits them me. You could get them from villagers. How much does a lantern cost from a villager, though? I don't think it's a cheap trade. Again, I can't recall off the top of my head, but it doesn't seem easy. Anyway, so let's now line these torches up. Oh, they're going right next to these. This can't be a good thing. Or maybe it can, who knows. We're not resting till the kazoo is played. Also, loving the content. Can't wait for the Nether update to finally be here. Yeah, I have a lot of, like, dumb streams planned for after it comes out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Who doesn't love dumb streams, am I right? Also, we're gonna chop down some trees as we go, just to, like, help, because, you know, we need the charcoal anyway. But also, we can help test that, like, thing about will the trees grow? Because I feel like they might. I feel like I've done this close before, but I'm just not too sure. Bro, you should only do members only streams once in a while. You have more of a conversation with a small audience, plus more incentive to have more members, says Plinku Plinku. I'm really, really, really torn on the idea of member streams, because, like, it would be a cool way to have a direct conversation, but I think the better way to do it is just, like, doing it. Because, again, I don't like the idea of being like, hey, if you want to come hang out, there's a paywall. Because a lot of people just want the, again, your end of the parasocial relationship. You show up, and, you know, we have a nice little time. So I think the better way would be, like, use my third channel where no one's subscribed, and then we could do it there, perhaps. And then you get, like, you get a smaller core of it. Like, the last time I streamed there, we got 12 viewers or something. It was a much easier experience. Or I could get one of those, you know, we could do it on, like, Mixer or something. You know, there's, like, options if I want to have small streams that don't involve, like, trying to force people to pay. And I think that, again, I feel like if we're gonna do the same thing, roughly, I don't want to make people pay for it. Generally speaking, the only reason I'll charge people something is if it's, like, something they would not otherwise receive. Like, this thing is made possible because some number of people will pay for it, rather than this thing I'm already doing and I'd like some money for it. Like, hey, thank you, Dominic Videa. Did you know, a long time ago, I was going to do a little project, like, that was going to involve, like, you know, like, some form of podcast, like Patreon, etc., etc. I never went through with it, but I found out that there's been one Patreon supporting me for, like, a couple of months now, and it's just like, oh yeah, I found this, I want to do it. I kind of like it that way, that, like, yep, there's an account out there I've never mentioned. It doesn't even look, it only is vaguely officially me, and if you want, you can go support it, you know, and if you don't, like most people don't, that's kind of cool. I think you should give people just the idea of do this for your own support, or do this because it makes a product possible that otherwise would not be able to. That's been my kind of attitude on monetizing things. And obviously I lose out on, you know, like not having a Patreon that I advertise. Sure, I'll lose out on some money. But I think if you have a firm set of ethics, you'll lose money in the short term, but you'll gain happiness in the long term. Or maybe you'll just lose money in both. Who knows for sure? I don't. That's for sure. Okay, let's keep on placing our torches now, because we want this whole area to be lit up nicely. I recently found out my friend was dead in the sea 2 weeks ago, and I feel drained. You're an escape from my mind right now, and I'm glad to have you. I'm really sorry, Drug Alexia. I recognize the name, so I know that's that you're being serious and this isn't some you know, thing. So I guess first of all, that sucks. But yeah, I think the most important thing after like a tragedy is just like have. It's weird because I really don't like that this is a thing in humans, but it totally is. That like, oh yeah, after something bad, it's just important to take some time, have a moment, you know, like speak to humans and have that like, you know, that thing in you. Obviously, everyone deals with stuff differently, so like that's not everyone's solution. But I'm glad that's an example of the parasocial relationship working for you. Also, Pigstep Kazoo, now we all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sharks332. You know what? You're right. You're not as nice as Mr. Shark Boy. You're way more mean. But also, thank you for the money. See, cool thing about one-way obligations, right? Hey! Thank you for making Pigstep play. That is an absolute delight every time I hear it. We're going to now grab our shulker box. We've got only a few more torches, actually. We need to go make some more. Pretty desperately, it seems. But in the meantime, let's place these ones down. Yeah, basically, the interesting thing about this parasocial relationship is that, on the one hand, you'll never know me as well as I know... Sorry, you'll always know me better than I know you. And that's a tragedy, because there's so many interesting things about you that I can't find out. But on the other hand, there's no obligation. If you can make the obligation for yourself, you know? Like, if you like this and you want to support it, people do. If you just think that showing up is what you want to get that kind of thing, you can. You can define our relationship however you like, which is like, in every relationship, you can kind of do that, but people feel bad about it. With me, it's like, nah, if you want to just see me as the British man who talks you to sleep, sure. If, like, Kona88, you see me as the mayor of your heart, you can do that too. It's kind of delightful. Thank you, Toy Cat Sister Angmixia. Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, yeah, I cannot be the most helpful person in the world, but I can be the person who says that I appreciate you, hopefully close to an amount that you appreciate me. Any advice for getting over an ex? I can't seem to do it. It's been almost 5 months, says Juliana Bryant. I feel like, okay, So we need to place a torch here. I guess okay. First tip is like, oh, there are still minecarts down there. Always forget about that. The biggest tip for getting over an X is like, hey, you realize, you know, you gotta do that thing. You gotta have that phase. I feel like it's not a healthy phase, but you just gotta be like, oh yeah, everyone sucks. Every single person, they all do sucks. They do. Or you gotta do like, and then you gotta beef yourself up and be like, I'm the greatest. You know, I am the greatest because X, Y, Z reason. Oh, we can't place a thing there. Oh, we can place this on top and no one will ever spot the difference. That's nice, isn't it? But yeah, there's like a lot of phases you gotta go through. I don't know. I feel like it's different on the girl end than the guy end, like as to how you get over an X. Because like all I've got to do is be like mentally like, okay, work out all the times that they were awful and why it was better, and you're good. Put slabs on the corners. Now I kind of like it like this. I feel like we're gonna upset a few people, and if that's not the goal of Minecraft, I don't know what is. No, we can
there are 126 million Minecraft players, 48 of them use the Nether. That's 60.48 million players. There are 8.06 million people with the coronavirus confirmed.
wait.
The world population is 7.8 billion. The percentage of people who play Minecraft in the world population is 0.7753846153846153. That percentage of people known to have.
Okay, so those statistics. Oh my god, this is the craziest super chat channel I've ever seen that just got interrupted by Ali Shay. It's okay. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you. I'm trying my best to. I'm trying my best. And if that's not the most important bit, I don't know what
Have
it
you
is.
ever thought about owning your own cult?
I've considered it. I always thought, like, you know, like the cool thing about a cult is that's like job security, right? You don't get fired from your own cult. That's like the nice thing about that.
Coronavirus
These are people who
is
are loyal to you to the death, quite literally.
62,496. This means that there are, by my very bad calculation, 62,496 Minecraft player who use the Nether who would have coronavirus if every person with the virus
Okay, so
infects 3 people, then that means that the Nether update will save 187,488 people.
oh, so you're saying if people who haven't been to the Nether decide to go to the Nether after this update, and every person could infect 3 people, that could save 187,000 lives. You know what? That maths was filled with oversimplification and questions. However, if we ignore that, as we definitely should, that is beautiful because that very much does prove that the Nether update is saving lives. You heard it here first, friends. You heard it here, that the Nether update is going to save that number of lives. And that is what Mojang is doing for the world. What did you do today, huh? What did you get up to? Huh, not much? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? YouTube is a marketing masterpiece. The more money you spend, the closer you feel to it.
YouTube is a marketing masterpiece, as the more money you spend, the closer you feel to an even relationship, even though you will never get it and just keep spending money.
That's a dark way of looking at things. I do think that on some level, there is going to be potentially some people who like chase streamers and streamers who like be like, oh yeah, you can be a closer friend to me by becoming a this that. Like if you buy one of my Toy Cat plushes, available at makeshift.com/toycatplushes. They're only available for 2 more days. Tomorrow I'm going to do a big stream to like raise awareness or whatever. But there are definitely some YouTubers who are able to like use that, or not even YouTubers, just like let's call them streamers, because it's platform neutral, right? It's like streamers on all platforms. But there are definitely some people taking.
I'm sorry to be thick, but I haven't been here all stream. How is this preparing for the Nether update?
The best way to prepare, like I wanted to prepare for the Nether update, and then I realized like a minute before streaming, the best way to prepare for the Nether update is to avoid the Nether as much as we can. And I figured we're gonna be talking about the Nether update, so let's do what we really want to be doing, and let's place torches as we prepare, air quotes, the Nether update. Hey, thank you, Sonic the Sleuth. Thank you very much, my friend. I hope that you are good. Has he ever said the URL correctly, says Chantal. Wow, so rude. So rude. You know, I'm gonna go in the database and make sure your plush doesn't arrive now. I have that power probably. Maybe. You don't know I don't. You don't know I don't. J.K. Rowling had a cult and said the things the members disliked and is now losing her following. So here's the thing, right? Can we talk about J.K. Rowling, or is that like... By the way, it's Rowling. I say Rowling because Americans are idiots, no offense. And, you know, I just got a whole country... But, like, it's Rowling, and she says it's Rowling, and then people are like, Rowling. And it's like, R-O-W-L. Rowling. It's... She said, like, a billion times it's how you say it. And everyone's just like, I'm not interested in that. And then my brain... Because for some reason, my accent slowly fades into American because... That's just how I be, is now copying that. And you know, I'm upset. I'm upset with all of you is what I'm saying right here. Also, slimes spawn underneath this thing. Did not realize that. Let's make a little service hatch so I can get down here, huh? There we go. Nice and easy. I guess let's talk about J.K. Rowling like the person, not about the name, shall we? Okay, so the interesting thing about J.K. Rowling... the interesting thing about... Oh, God, what have I done? What have I found? This is a new bug. A beautiful one too, right? A very beautiful one. But so the interesting thing about a person with a name, oh God, I'm trapped inside the block. Oh my God, what was any of that? Okay, so the interesting thing about her is a lot of people think that she's been cancelled or whatever, right? Because if you disagree with her views, then you're like, haha. I've seen so many people who used to like her books that have given up on her. The truth is, as an author, she has, you know, like, I think this is true for anyone who's in the public eye. Also, here's my elbow, friend. Wait, I have this, like, really ugly elbow on one of my elbows. Wait, let me show you. Let me show you my ugly elbow. Look at this little thing. It's been there since I was, like, 2. And I thought everyone's elbow looked like this. And then I compared elbows with a friend at one point, and it wasn't. And I'm very confused. If anyone knows what that is, can you hit me up? I asked my parents, and they just said, that was some accident at some point, probably. And it's like, you can't just say there was some accident at some point, probably. What does that even mean? Anyway, staying on the point about the woman who did some things. I think your elbow looks nice, says Alia Shea. That's nice of you. Also, thank you, David Salamano. You know what? Thank you, friends, for saying my elbow is nice. This is why you know, like, this is the other end of that, even though you can make your relationship with me. You choose to compliment my elbow, and that means a lot to me. I want you to know that your elbow compliments are very nice. And appreciated deep from the heart, right? Elbow foreskin. It does look like that a little bit, right? I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it too much more. But you know, I need to go dump some stuff and then go get some torches. Harry Potter isn't a personality trait, says Holly Saunders. A lot of people think it is, sadly. So no, here's the thing. Any person who's in the public eye of any form are gonna have 3 groups of people. There are the people who know about them. They know they exist. Like, I know that Harry Styles exists. I couldn't tell you what he does. Is he in One Direction or a British like, I know he's British for some reason. He's got a name Harry, of course he is. But I can't tell you anything else beyond that he's British and he's famous. Then there are people like the J.K. Rowlings of the world. I know J.K. Rowling. I liked her books. But I don't like her as a person. I like her output, but I've never dove into what she does as a person. I think it's cool that she's she's like the UK's, maybe Scotland's richest person, but she's one of the only billionaires in the world you can look at and say, she did, like, because every time you bring up billionaires, people are like, they steal their wealth from other people. She wrote a book series that is loved by, you know, millions, even if you don't like the person. So, like, that's why I know her. I know of her, but I don't, like, if she says that you know, when she says that, oh yeah, it turns out that Harry Potter was a gay single mother, I'm like, well, I'm not sure if I'm you know, like, I don't, like, instinctively follow everything she says. Then there's the super fan audience, and this is obviously, these are all spectrums, but is something broken? It's not. That's my attitude to you, Toy Cat, says Wiggleton, the wise of Wizard Wiggards. See, I'd like it if that wasn't true. I'd like if everyone was a, you know, like I would like it if people were fans of mine, if they liked me more than my stuff. Obviously, that's not possible. Most of you here watching even are just like, I'm curious what he does. You know, what he does in his spare time, like his climbing hobbies, is this, that. That's not really my bother. My concern is his next videos. What Nether, you know, I want to hear what he has to say about the Nether update. And that's cool too. Thank you for having any level of interest in me, or indeed the updates that I cover. But we should put some into this third thing over here. Actually, let's take those out. Now let's put them in here, except like some of those, which can go back into here. But like also thank you. Oh god. Thank you, Plinku Plinku. Just say it's a battle scar on your elbow. That's a good one. Also thank you, Corrugate Industries, for the selfless donation. Except was it so selfless? Because there's no such thing as a selfless act, some would say. But perhaps those people are wrong. Hey, thank you, friendo. I need to go get some more. You know, I forgot to bring my torch chest with me anyway. But I've got myself a bunch of these. Now if I go get some sticks, I can combine them into torches. And that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Bedrock is hack. Client, play Java, or you are noob, says Ahmet Oz. See, that's an example of a thing. Also, actually enjoy your live stream all the videos, because I like it when you talk about other things, says PN. So yeah, I like, or PN. It's PN, okay. Can we just rename you for this? Does that sound good? See, I like people who are just like, yeah, I care about the person, and if you do something, I'm interested in that. That's my goal. Unless, like, again, maybe you're not meant to admit this as an online person. My goal as an online creator is to hopefully have you be caring about me as a person, be in the I'm a fan of you as a person work. But if you're in the second category, you just watch some of my stuff sometimes, that's great too. I just want to clarify that category is like what I live and die on, you know? Because if I make something that, you know, like if I decide to make a new type of video series, you know, I need people's attempts to check it out. Because if people don't care enough to even check it out, then it can't do very well as a thing. That's a fundamental law of reality right there. Speaking of fundamental laws of reality, okay, so we're gonna extend these torch lines like another couple things over here. And it's gonna be great, I think. Maybe, question mark. So yeah, one of the so when it comes to J.K. Rowling, the thing about her that's so interesting is that everyone who says that they dislike her because of what she's done recently were realistically most of them. I mean, some superfans probably did stop caring, but most people, when people get cancelled on the internet, it's people who vaguely know about them cancelling them. Like if Kim Kardashian comes out and says, you know, what's the worst thing she could do? She comes out and she says that, oh yeah, I think that black, gay, disabled trans lives don't matter, right? If she says something like that, that's a huge controversy, and I'm like, I'ma cancel you, she's so bad. Or, you know, it comes out that she's, you know, she's selling fake COVID cures to make some money. You know, that would be a very bad thing that she would be cancelled for. But the majority of people who look at that, you know, like the me's of the world, who I know who Kim Kardashian is. I know she has a reality TV show, but I have no interest in her or any of the stuff she does. I would be like, cancel her, tweet out how much, you know, she's a bad person for doing whatever she did. But if I do that, I wasn't interested in the first place. That's just me joining the hate machine. Most people who dislike the J.K. Rowlings of the world, because, you know, I think what she said, I'm gonna be very cautious here. She is in the category of feminists who think that to accurately help women, you cannot help trans women. That's her logics. You know, like she's not a believer in the sex and gender being separate argument, etc., etc. So as a result, a lot of people are like, wow, can't believe you would do this, because that's not the mainstream opinion with young people, especially her fans of her books. But most of the people who cancel her are the ones who have just about heard of her, or maybe they've read her stuff. Most of the people who are diehard, like J.K. Rowling is my life, when she says that Hermione was actually black, I reimagine her in my head as being black. You know, that sort of stuff. Those sorts of people will just kind of brush it off. Because in the same way, if your friend, if your best friend gets called out because he accidentally did something bad in 2011, you probably won't dump your friend over it. Like, oh yeah, my friend used to say, he used to do things that are no longer acceptable. You know, maybe he did, as part of like a class maybe for like the school play in 2011, he did like a blackface character, because like it was, you know, in pantomime, that's a big thing in the UK. Well, I don't know if it is, but it was at some point. And you're like, you won't cancel your friend over it. You'll be like, I find that distasteful, but I get that you were just doing what you were doing. You know, like some of your friends on the outside of your circle, you might, but there are very few things that make you lose the trust of a friend entirely. And when you see an online figure as a friend, you know, some people take this too far and they're like, there's nothing she could do that's wrong. Obviously, everyone needs to have their limit. Like, you know, if she kills someone, you should stop supporting whoever you want to support. But in general, you don't get cancelled because of a thing. Like when you get, oh god, my phone is, one sec, just checking a thing. Okay, I'm all good. You know what, should we just start over? I thought like I had like a panic moment about something there, but it's all good. You know, like one of those moments where I thought I'd shared the stream key. I had like a moment like that where I was like, oh no, did I say a thing that was against the group consensus and that was gonna get me into trouble? I think that's a fairly apt breakdown of the situation. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you see it in much stronger words. Because again, if you're a part of the group that she supports, or like that she is less in favor of at the expense of another group, then maybe that's your thing. Like, you know, to me, the truth is that the internet loves to hate people, and that's it. Yeah, this is the worst thing. People love to hate people, and they feel they feel this righteousness going through their brains and their souls as they're like, yes, this person's being taken down a peg. We have a part of our body that loves to hate people. That's the reality. We love hatred as humans. And, you know, like, this is actually how, you know, reality TV stars like, say, Kim Kardashian make their money. They make their money off you hating them. Like, because when you hate someone, when there's this big group, you know, like, the people who vaguely know about J.K. Rowling and decide to cancel her, they're going to start reading her tweets a bunch more to read about how, not misogynistic, turfinistic, I don't know what you want to call it. They're going to start reading her tweets a bunch more because they hate them that much. And they're like, oh, I get mad when I think about her and her opinions. Oh, I'm going to keep reading them because we love hatred. It's a whole part of us that people, like, we like to pretend it's not there. And it'd be nice if it wasn't. It'd be nice if we didn't have this group hate thing. But the thing that keeps groups united, the thing that keeps people together is their hatred of things. Opposition to something is always going to be so much more popular than proposition. The opposition to something is always going to be more popular than support for something. Like, the things that people like are huge and varied, but the things you dislike, you know, you dislike or at least feel neutral towards more things than you like. And that is the reality of why on the internet so many movements are built upon hatred and not, you know, love and support. That's one of the hardest things to do for yourself, is to start getting yourself into a part of the internet where you see, you know, love and support instead of vitriol and hatred. Because it seems so great at first, but it is just this thing. Hating only hurts you, not the person you're hating. Yeah, like, some people take the hatred to, like, super far personal reaction levels. Like, I'm going to call up J.K. Rowling's hairdresser and I'm gonna beat her up or something. Like, people on the internet will actually get people calling up their employers and threatening to cause a huge deal if they don't fire them. Which is, like, the most, you know, you know, like, the solidarity people should have is that we're all, like, doing things in this world. Like, the levels that people go to convince themselves they're the good guys when they're literally firing someone from their job, making them unable to support their, you know, their families in some cases. It's like hilarious. Like, and then these people who do those things convince themselves they're the good people. Me getting all this hate on my board, that was a beautiful example of a hater. It's I'll be honest, it's very easy to feel hate and to feel justified and feel good about it. Like, oh my god, this awful human being of a person did this thing. Like, even the people I disagree with most in the world, like, again, I think I draw the line at murder. And I guess also, like, if you're a pedo or whatever, too. But, unless you're committing serious crimes, I try to emphasize with your permission, with your position somewhat. I try to work out where it's coming from. Because you need to, also it just means, the best way to prepare for 1.16 is not the want to feel hatred is a weird thing, but it's important as like it's always been there inside of us.
I was a super fan of J.K.R. Trans. Even though I used to love her, I cancelled her. Harry Potter was super popular with trans people. It's sad, but screw her.
Yeah, right. Like I said, there are definitely a number of people in your same category, and you know, like I think it's cool to make your own decisions about like, oh yeah, if this right. I think you know, like especially like, you know, in your situation, right? That's a person being like, oh yeah. I mean like I don't remember the exact thing that she said in the end there. I think it was like at the first thing where it's like, oh no, she liked a tweet or came out in support of someone who lost the, you know, like there's this whole like interesting line. But if it's like, oh yeah, this person told me that I am not a, you know, as much of a, as I don't matter as much as people who are, you know, a different type of person, then like, yeah, feel free, like good on you to decide not to follow her stuff anymore. But I think I think what worries me is when people are like, oh yeah, I never really knew J.K. Rowling. All what I knew is I just, you know, like I knew she wrote the books vaguely, and I hate her so much. People have been like, she's the worst villain. She is Voldemort, and it's like, well, you know, when you do stuff online, when you say stuff, like your opinions are only ever opinions, right? The opinions matter a lot to those who...
This is the last I can afford today, but it's important. Very much so. Do you plan what you talk about before you start the stream?
Sometimes I have like a very loose like first idea. Like I wanted to talk about that Nether update thing today because the Nether update's been on my mind. Whenever I do plan, I never like go towards the plan though. So I guess the answer is yes, but no. Yes, but no. Thank you though, Gracie's the Dino, and also Lexington Kennedy. I hope all is well. I hope things improve. But what I think is the problem, because like again, in your case, you have a pretty great reason. Like if to you it felt like she attacked you as an individual, heck yeah, like yeah, no one should have to feel attacked, right? That's a form of like genuine reason to feel hatred. But if someone hates you, feel hatred back, sure. I don't think it's healthy, but it's like it's totally justified. I wouldn't. You know, I feel you on that one. But I feel like one of the things that we have a problem with on the internet is one of the things we have a real problem with is people have this belief that, because you know, I'm not in this camp, about, you know, like some percent of influencers, people on the internet think, like artists as well, you know, musical and otherwise, are like, you have to use your position to support the causes you believe in, right? And you know, on the surface, it's like not an unreasonable argument, but like, okay, so when you care about a thing, use your platform to spread the caring. But then, like, her thing she clearly believes in is, you know, her anti-trans version of feminism. You know, like, that's like a weird, like, subgrouping that I'm not sure I can, you know, like, whatever, like, you know, like, her set of beliefs, right? Why can she not, like, people who are like, oh yeah, you're the worst person for saying that, it's like, people should be able to share their beliefs, and you should be able to reasonably disagree with them. Again, in the case of some people where you're literally, you know, again, good reasons just unfollow her, remove her from your life, because that's not mentally good for some people, sure. But the idea of like attacking someone and hating someone to death because their opinions vary from the, you know, the status quo, that's the scary stuff to me. That's the stuff that makes me go, ooh, I don't know about this one. Like when you know, we should support and love the things that we appreciate. You know, like if you really like a thing, buy some Ben and Jerry's, sure. You know, like you love your progressive politics, yeah. By the way, I don't like that it's called progressive because it implies that like anyway, whatever. You know, I'm a favorite. You know, like you can do whatever you want to support your things, but we should, no matter like what your opinions are, no matter who you disagree with, when you feed into their stuff with hate, you give their supporters something to latch on to as well. And it just makes the whole system more painful for everyone involved. Thank you, GN. Also been watching some Super Odyssey Sundays. Glad I found you after your music improved. My music improved? Oh, my end music. Also, do you dislike the Zelda music? I am hurt as a human being. Also, we all love your content, says Kurriga Industries. Thank you. I hope so. Also, getting punched never changed anyone to better. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Oh, this is actually, I think this is a controversial one of mine. But like if you punch someone, even if you just verbally abuse someone, what you tell them is that their opinion is so, like, first of all, there's no such thing as like hate. Hate is like an alternate form of love, in my opinion. Like, you're giving someone a lot of attention, but you give them their attention for the things that you find are worse about them, and you give them a lot of negative attention, and that can mess with people. Getting so much negative attention, obviously, it's not a matter for like the writer of one of the most successful children's stories in the world, right? I could read Harry Potter as an adult, and I'd probably still enjoy it, But the thing is like, shaming people for their opinions and being like, no, not the mainstream, you monster. I saw like I saw within the Minecraft space, people like trying to like cancel each other over the idea of like, actually you expressed the wrong version of this opinion. You said you said that human beings mattered, or like you implied that you're there's some really dumb things I saw, and it's like using your platform as a way to spread love and a way to spread your causes, maybe you can understand. Using it as a way to spread hatred and vitriol, it's like, well, that makes us all worse people, doesn't it? That's a worry. It's a big concern I have in the world, and it gets worse. I would feel so much better if we were like heading towards a positive place. But more and more people are justifying it because we keep on seeing, the media is like playing a role in this. We keep on seeing person after person get real consequences because, someone will tweet something, and then someone will do a, like, again, genuine dick move and try and get their employers involved. You're like, do you know you're employing someone who I hate and who I'm willing to go through a lot of effort to fire? And they'll be like, I don't care about him that much. Just to clarify, I like you mostly. I just don't really agree with some of most of your opinions. But also, what does IBX stand for? Oh yeah, I think like that's the cool thing, right? You can disagree with my stuff as long as you're not the person who's like, I disagree with IBX Toycat and we should burn him at the stake. I can't believe he didn't. And and even then, if it's like, if you hate me because I hate someone, maybe I can get on board with that. Like, okay, I said that I really hate the Queen, and you're a staunch monarchist. No, wait, yeah, monarchist. And you're like, no, the Queen is nice. She's cute and beautiful, and we stan her. We stan a Queenie. Like, okay, at least there's something there. Like, so you're fighting hatred. At least there's maybe something you could say. But as long as you're not the sort of person who's like, like if you don't explicitly say the right thing, if you don't have the good opinions, then we're out. Then that's cool. Like, I think listening to opinions you disagree with is a great way to, like, even this whole J.K. Rowling stuff. Like, I was super curious as an observer as to the argument because most people don't share it. You don't see their side of the argument. Like, people think, oh yeah, if I share my stuff, there are some people who want to cancel me, and then they don't share it. But then you can't fight their argument. You don't know what they're saying. You don't know what their opinion is to help them through it. You just know that, there are some people who don't think the same way we do. Except in a democratic society, you need people to think. You need people to want to think the way you do, not to feel scared of not thinking that way. Or maybe I'm the crazy one. Always a possibility, right? So we place the torch here, and then one over here. And we've done a pretty good job of this swamp, I'd say. I'm looking forward to looking at it from above, seeing the lovely thing. But yeah, IBX stands for Imperial Battalion 10. There's a whole video on it. You can watch if you'd like to. Cancel culture is toxic. It doesn't allow people to learn and grow, but I think the reason people are mad is because she doesn't seem to want to. And the biggest thing with, like, if you cancel someone, they get their, like, beliefs more, like, locked into them, right? Like, if you persecute someone for their beliefs, they hold those beliefs more strongly. Like, if there was I know there's some books that have been banned in the UK. Like, when I learned they were banned, I was like, I'm gonna read what's inside them. I don't think I'm allowed to say this, actually. There was a video of a tragic thing recently that every single site, even the ones that were like super pro free speech, were like, no, you can't post that here anywhere. A few subreddits got banned for posting this particular thing. And a friend of mine, I don't know why the friend found it, but the friend was like, oh yeah, I found it, you want to see it? And I was like, sure. And it was horrifying. Like, I understand why you wouldn't want people to see it, but the idea of like trying to ban something, the idea of like an unconsumable piece of thing, it's always going to entice people. If not just me, then something else. But yeah, it's crazy to when you telling people they're not allowed to do something is, effective when people trust you. But there's no person, institution, or anything in the country that people do a thing. People can have their opinions, but if they share it, they should be open to others to change their opinion or say what they think too. But yeah, see, Narrachan, I agree, right? If share your opinions, just be willing to let other people, say their minds on things. But if someone tries to change your mind, and you go, nah, you're wrong. This is the correct opinion, I think you'll find. Then, again, totally valid, but also not helpful. Also, I think we need to probably place more torches, or this... I feel like mobs can spawn on this roof. Oh, mobs probably can't spawn on stairs, can they? Can they? Chat, can mobs spawn on stairs? Give me your opinion. I'm gonna go, wait for some torches to smelt, because I have ran out again. I've got 25 torches, and I need more. So I'm gonna stare at the torches as they smelt. Or I could grab them out myself and try and get the experience, because my Elytra is probably close to dead. So let's just keep doing it. Let's just sit here and watch as the charcoal slowly goes through. But yeah, in the ideal world, right? Everyone would share their forts, and we'd get the best forts as a result. I think that we shouldn't kill deer. Deer are good. And then you say, actually, deer kill, household cats, and household cats are pets that we love, whereas, deer are animals, and you're like, well, how many deer and how many cats? And then we can have a discussion. Whereas if I go, no, I don't want to kill the deer no matter what. No situation where we kill the deer. It's like, the deer are killing babies, and they're eating their corpses. The deer are killing other deer. Maybe that's a bad example, because deer don't kill babies and cats. Let's come up with a fun one. Okay, your opinion is we should, I don't know, raise taxes on deer. These are all deer discussions now. The deer community is just not contributing enough. And, it's disgusting that they don't. Why won't the deer pay their fair share? Why is it that I have to pay tax on everything I buy, but the deer, they don't contribute at all? They use the public park. I've seen them munching the lawn down there. Deer's called car accident, right? Right. Why don't deers have car insurance? If they keep crashing into cars, shouldn't they be forced to buy car insurance? Isn't it messed up that they don't? I think you'll find it is. Also, apparently you don't get mobs on spawn stairs. That's nice. Deer need to pay taxes. Frick deer. Okay, so the thing about, okay, we're gonna make a bunch of torches here, right? Let's just make it something as simple as I think we should build a metro network, a light rail even. That's a big thing people like in America. We should build a light rail, and you say, but we do not have the money to pay for the light rail, and that but I go, no, we have it anyway. That's not useful. But if I go, oh well, how do we raise the money for the light rail? And you can be like, well, there aren't many good ways of raising it. And you could be like, oh, what if we fund it by having a bond mixed with a this and a that? And you're like, I don't like this bond. When you evolve the ideas, you get good structural things that people agree on. When everyone just takes their opinion and they agree on it, it either gets into power and half of people hate it, or it doesn't get into power and half people feel like they've been robbed, And generally speaking, it's a good idea to not make people feel like they've been robbed. That is my high quality experience I can speak to as a mugging victim. You don't want to feel like you've been mugged, in the general sense. Okay, so we're gonna fly back over. I think like 4 stacks should cover us, maybe. Yeah, that'll probably be good. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Humans kill billions of animals every day. Oh yeah, the kill count that humans have on animals is depressing. Like, we're winning this war. It's not even close, right? Not even close. Like, I definitely have a lot of sympathy. People are like, you know, animals are kind of cool and humans are kind of dicks. Liam W says, JKR's opinion reaches people who do not know trans people. She's promoting hatred and infecting trans people. Canceling is not equipped with the violence faced by trans people. So that's the thing, right? No one's actually, that's the thing. Like, if you were canceling as a thing, like, yeah, but the argument there, and like, again, I thank you for having it. I think like here is a weird discourse, but since I state my opinion, sure, let's go through yours. If anyone directly listens to an author and then decides to become violent to people as a result, that is the people's fault, in my opinion, not the author's fault. If I say kill your grocer on Twitter, you know, like, you know, bag boys, one of them scammed me one time. Kill them all. You know, all bag boys are bastards. Actually, that's a bad idea. I don't want to dive into that muddy territory. But if I say kill your bag boy, which is apparently a position in America, we don't really have them in the UK. But I don't think I'm liable for when those people decide to, you know, kill or not. I don't think that's like on me. If you do that, then you know you should know. You know, it's a thing in society that if you commit a crime, it's on you. You can't claim ignorance to the law as the reason why you break it. And in the same way, when someone shares their opinion, you know, some people are going to listen to it. And hopefully, if the correct opinion is your opinion, they will know that it's, you know, incorrect. Which I don't think there's such a thing as a correct opinion on something, right? But, so when someone shares a version of something which is, you know, like, you know, against your own views, and even, you know, in some cases, like, dehumanizing to people that you support, which, you know, like, some people's views really can be, you know, like, the more hardline people than just the author, for example. There are some people who probably do have these, like, super hardline, not only just offensive views, but, like, potentially their views could be harmful if everyone chose to follow them to their fullest. But in those cases, it is the, like, in those cases, it's still one, like, if you think people can do wrong things because they hear the wrong ideas, then that's an issue. Then, like, you can't fix that. Like, if the wrong idea is all it takes to swing someone over, then I think that's a real problem. Like, I feel like, you know, no matter how many videos you show me of what's the name of the big terror group? Al Qaeda. No matter how many Al Qaeda recruitment videos you show me, I'm not going to blow my, you know, like, that's not a thing I will do. And you would hope, you should hope, at least for your own safety, am I right? That no matter how much you show me you know, like, if you show me literature that says that these people deserve some violence, I won't give them the violence. So yeah, that's my point. You gotta trust that people can make their own opinions without you. And like, if you don't trust your own audience, like if your audience are all children, you know, maybe you shouldn't lay that on them regardless. You know, that's like a thing to avoid for them. But as far as like people being people, I find it hard to subscribe to the belief that like people will do inherently wrong things unless you tell them to do the right thing. That's my kind of thing. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe a lot of people have been directly influenced to do a bad thing by someone, but I've yet to have that happen in my life, where like I saw you know, like the whole like, oh, children are so influenceable. All you gotta do is you tell them to light their farts on fire. Actually, that's maybe that's a funny example. But like, I haven't done something like that yet, and especially not like in a celebrity sense. Also, let's put the pork chops in there. Grab this out here and put that in there. So, it's okay. Everyone knows your audiences are children. As you're a Minecraft YouTuber, why do you even make jokes? I apologize. All of my fans are, in fact, under 9 years old. It is, It is well known. The only people who can watch Minecraft are 9. The moment you turn 10, you just you lose your interest in it. It's well known. I agree with you, G-Bay. But yeah, Claudia says she has wide following, so she has a responsibility. I guess this is where the actual disagreement is, right? See, again, this is if you have a structured conversation, you can work it out. The actual disagreement is if you have a following, do you have a responsibility to share, you know, things of that following that, you know, like represent the good things? Because when she shares something, she's sharing what she thinks is, you know, right for women who are not. Also, these are off on blog. She's sharing. Off topic, IBX2K idea states of the Holy Roman Empire and how they affect European geography, or how Russia presents itself as a modern Roman Empire. Those are both fascinating. I don't know if I agree with that second one. The Holy Roman Empire is really interesting because, like, it's one of those hard countries to understand historically. But then you're diving more into history than geography, so that's always where I try to stray, kind of. I am 11 years old, but I enjoy Minecraft, especially videos. How do you feel about TERFs, 11-year-old? What do you think about the trans and anti-trans movement? You better have the right answers to this. No, like, you can deal with that, you know. Like, you know, when you come to your own position, hopefully it's, you know, well formed, and after listening to people who both agree and disagree, with whatever you're saying, you know. Like, there you go. I think they're joking. Just in case it is an 11-year-old, though. You know what? Oh, shucks. It turns out if you're 11, now's the time to stop watching the stream. Turns out it's bedtime for 11 years old. But yeah, I guess the fundamental disagreement is whether you have a responsibility to share good things, or whether it's up to you what you share with the people who follow you. Because, like, the very nature of, like, you know, art and stuff is that, like, it's very much not objective. You know, the Harry Potter books are made up. No, wait, you're not. I'm sorry. There's an 11-year-old in here, and all of you are 9-year-olds otherwise. So that was rude of me. Harry Potter's real. Sorry, I was joking. But no, you know, Harry Potter, it's all fake, right? No one's like, oh, it wasn't autobiography. I am shocked. But therefore, it's misinformative. There's a lot of allegories in that book. Allegories to things that are fake. Like, you know what? Like, there's an interesting thing in there about love potions and how, like, if you give someone a love potion, they won't fall in love with you forever. That's interesting, but it's factually incorrect. If you give someone a love potion, they won't fall in love with you because love potions don't exist. And so we're talking about fictional universes, right? We're talking about opinions to some extent. Even if it's not opinions, it's at least it's fiction. It's somewhere between opinions and facts. We're making up fictional facts between us. Like, you know, if you think about money, it's fictional fact. It exists in the real world, but it's fictional. It's not real. You know, this money, I always have euros for this example. This money only has value because you agree that it has value, and so do I. They are collective fictions. They're facts, but only facts because we all agree on them. Whereas this is my hand. This is fact. There is no disagreeing with that being fact. This money existing in the sense that it's physical is fact. This money being worth 50 euros is fiction. There's a lot of very interesting things we could dive into with that. But the question is, are you allowed to be opinionated? Are you allowed to share your fictions of the world? And the answer is generally yes. We think, you know what, for the most part, there are very few views as society we have agreed are so bad that you cannot share them. If you share explosive recipes, banned. You share a certain video from New Zealand in 2019, banned. You know, not okay. But we have to be really careful with how much we do this. Like, you know, the reason we haven't banned 5G conspiracy theorists. Sri Lanka or Ceylon, says James Exum. My grandmother still calls it Ceylon, and I find that hilarious. But like, I call it Sri Lanka because that's just what it's called right now, you know? Like, it's one of those, like, fact fiction things. Like, sure, you know, Ceylon was a less brutal country than Sri Lanka, but it doesn't change the fact that Sri Lanka is the government that's in power right now, you know? That's my kind of take on these things. Like, as a society, we let 5G conspiracy theories stay up. We don't ban everyone who posts them. I think one guy, David Ick, I want to say it. So I know his name only because he got banned, by the way. But there's this one guy that we banned for sharing 5G conspiracy theories. But like people are spreading information that is actively harmful. Like you know, like I know you can argue that like, oh yeah, if you spread information that certain people aren't, as they, you know, like if you spread information that you know, like trans people aren't trans people, you know, aren't you know, like acceptable people, you can make the argument that like indirectly there's some violence. But if you look at like, if you tell people not to follow medical advice, they will, some number of those people will directly die as a result. Like this is even more direct. Like this is 1-to-1 correlation. We leave it up. We let people say these things. Sometimes we, like on YouTube, there's a little Wikipedia disclaimer. But we keep these things up because the free and open discourse, the idea that you can have your opinion, and even if it sucks, people need to call it out and they need to say why it sucks, and they're entirely free to say so. But that is more valuable than even a certain number of lives. Our speech is worth more to us than some number of hours' lives. Which is, you know, again, it sounds dumb. Like, why do we care about speech and ideas more than lives? Because speech and ideas are the things that influence people to save lives, to, you know, potentially at least. Toycat, do you know if more lads or lasses watch your channel? On the main channel, it's 7 guys for every girl, 7 lads for every lassie is Ebsk. And in the live streams, it's like 1 to 3. Wait, quick survey right now. Let's see if it's gone up or down. Chat, just type right now. If you like, no matter who you are, if you're just watching this and you never comment, just for now, you can go back to not commenting. Just type your gender. You can type prefer not to say if you'd like. But just type what is your gender, friends. And we'll do a quick little survey. Oh, a lot of these comments are getting held for review, but don't worry, I'm seeing them. Oh, it looks like maybe because of the split right here. So we got a few interesting answers in there, but I'm seeing about a third, 2/3 still. It looks like maybe a quarter to 3/4. Maybe there's more guys here than there was before. You know, when we talk about how you're willing to die for speech, maybe that's a thing that gets people to change their minds in that way or something. But yeah, the idea of like allowing people to talk and say their stuff, even when it like you know, it hurts us, even when it's, you know, quite physically hurts us. Like people who think that you can't catch corona if you have this 5G memory stick, they are actively hurting the rest of us by spreading it and not, you know, like doing some things. There are many other examples, but having a open, you know, let's just call it like a marketplace of ideas, but like having an open standard to trade ideas with, the idea that you can have any opinion, there are no wrong opinions to have. There are like worse opinions that you should change because they're harmful, but there aren't opinions that will get you, you know, kicked out off the world, because when people combine ideas, they make more powerful ideas. If you have ideas only within your echo chamber, those ideas get so much worse. And I've seen this. Like, I saw a post on Twitter that was, this is, you know, maybe controversial by itself, maybe it's not. It was something like, because this is actually like a big problem that like, let's call it like progressive politics, but like, you know, they're like politics that are left off center have this issue where like people eat each other for not being, you know, right enough. They're like, you're 97% right, but I'm 99% right. So, and I saw a post that was like, hey, if we disagree on politics, that's fine. I think that, you know, human life's mattering is not politics. Like, if you disagree with the, you know, the lives of, you know, gay people or with black people, that's not a political issue. That's you being a jerk. And like, yeah, fine, great opinion to have. But then like that post went really viral. It got like 100,000 likes. Maybe you saw it or something. And then you get a bunch of people responding with like you know, because it's like things that are political issues, building a light rail, where you know, what housing zones should be, etc. Oh my god, how do creepers keep exploding? I hate this so much. I need to put my headphones in just for creepers. And that is literally my thing. But the the truth is that let's throw away the spider eyes. The fact of the matter is that then, like, he said, like, oh yeah, not a political issue for, like, housing rezoning. And someone was like, urban redevelopment and house zonings, absolutely an issue. I mean, you know, like, it should go without saying that it's an issue. Because, you know, when people want to, you know, then there's, like, XYZ. And people are like, you know, even the most, like, even something that was, like, you know, kind of agreeable, people are like, no, actually, it's a seriously political issue. We want to build, you know, better public transit because public transit affects, you know, XYZ community more. Of course it is, you bigot. And then they start, like, attacking him for not being, you know, like, he made this whole post about how, like, you know, the lives of marginalized groups are not up for things. And he got destroyed by people who agreed with him, but they agreed with him more, you know, like, they took it for 100%. People who, like, destroy their own side's arguments are the ones who make things worse. People who say there is one set of opinions to have. We can't diverge. This is the 100% pure argument, and you learn to accept that. Ideas don't improve that way. Ideas spread because they're, you know, the ideas are like germs. You spread, you know, ideas are like COVID-19. There we go. I made this happen. Ideas are like COVID. You spread them with contact with other people, and the most effective germs, the most effective spreading versions, are the people who can convince. Also, you're turning 26 on July 13th. I'm turning 25. It's gonna be I'm gonna be a quarter of a century old. It's gonna be scary. But yeah, sharing ideas is what makes sharing ideas and making people want to believe rather than making people feel like they have to believe is a very important part of our political discourse. And a lot of people get shocked whenever forcing people to believe just makes them shut up to make you go away, and then they vote for the things you disagree with because, you know, like, you haven't convinced them of why it's important. You've just told them they have to believe it. And yeah, like, again, in a democracy, we have to care about what others think. And that might be your bane, but it is what we have to do. So anyway, moving on from that, how's everyone's mornings been, huh? Mine's been pretty okay. CGP great video, says Aradik Oren. It's a very true video, I will have to say. I had a really nice morning. It's been so hot in the UK recently. Like, it's been boiling to death. Like, can you actually see my sweat? I don't know if you can, but I am just, and it's only 21 degrees or something here. And I realized, like, I'm not ready for heat. I don't think I'm ready for that in the slightest. You know, there's like, because I was actually considering going to America. I'm kind of fan. Actually, you know, that's the thing I've been doing. Also, graduated from high school today, says, I bet. I don't know what age that makes you, but congratulations. Also, you're meant to be 9 years old, so you gotta leave now. Only 9-year-olds are allowed to watch the stream. It's a well-known thing. Morning, it's nearly midnight, Toycat. I think you'll find that morning starts at midnight. Checkmate, Sophie Louise. Think you're so smart? Well, I got your number. 21 degrees, it's freezing. 21 real degrees, not 21 freedom degrees, just to clarify. I know it's very confusing. But, I had a mental breakdown this morning, says Genrodzek Wolochny. Yeah, there's this, that's a rough moment, right? Like, the only positive thing I can say is at least the heat of the moment is gone. And at least there is, at least you're in a time of improvement, I assume right now. But, I'm sorry to hear that, my man. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, maybe you shouldn't ever live here, says Claudia. See, I'm sad because Australia won't let me in at all. And that just makes me want to go back more. Like, for the next 3 months. Wait, for 3 months in the next 6 months. I won't clarify why. You're gonna have to guess if you want to work it out. I need to live in a country that's not the UK. Makes it sound like I'm doing some form of tax evasion. You're not, for tax evasion reasons. It's almost 21 degrees Celsius here today, and it's considered cold. It must be a humidity thing, because I'm literally sweating. I don't know how it can be 21 degrees and you'd be like, ooh, need to put on a jacket. I know it's like different cultural norms and stuff, but also I still don't understand it. Just because I know it's different doesn't mean I get it. Also, hey, thank you, Sorokatio. So I've been looking at like what countries I can physically get into. Definitely sounds a bit like tax evasion as Conquest Smurf. Hey, also hello. I hope you're doing well today, Sorakato. I'm evading taxes by going to another country. Anyway, so no, I have a reason. You can try and work it out if you want to. I won't tell you if you're right. Hey, it's just like politics on the internet. I need to move to a country that isn't the UK for a few months. It sounds like tax evasion every day. You know, I'm dodging a crime. I've got an unspent conviction, and I need to go to another country. So no, I'm going somewhere that's not the UK. And my first 5 choices in this order, I would say, would be like America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and then like Singapore. All 5 countries, literally all 5, are denying access, even for tourism reasons, because like, you know, I'm going to be there for tourism, air quotes, reasons. Even for tourism reasons, you know, I am not able to enter any of those 5 countries. And the reason's obvious. Like, people shouldn't be flying unnecessarily. I assure you this is, like, in my opinion, quite necessary. But it means that, like, my 5 favorite countries in the world that aren't mine, I can't get into. It's a real tragedy. You know, like, it'd be nice to be Canadian for a few months, as I'm sure I can totally do. Your crime must be being too beautiful. Also, Blade Inferior, what's your favorite 1.16 feature? I'm really torn about this, so I'm going to go with the answer we all know, and we're all thinking. It's Gilded Blackstone.
Here's some crime dodging money.
Thank you, Mischievous. Again, flights are very expensive right now, so I will need every penny of that. Thank you, Mischievous. Wait, you're mischievous, and you're helping me be mischievous by dodging crimes. So anyway, yeah, I'm leaving the UK for a short amount of time, and so many countries, like... So most countries are basically not allowing entry for British passports right now. And it's that's a weird situation to be in. Like, I just can't get in. Like, no matter what the situation was, unless I have a relative in that country, I can't get in. Oh, if anyone wants to pretend to be my relative and you live in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, hit me up. But, you know, or my spouse, or, you know, whatever it needs to be, we can work that out. But, so I need to go into a country. And I've worked out that there is at least America isn't actually banning British passports. They're banning people who have been in the UK in the last 14 days. Which is a super weird requirement, but I guess it's a way of saying, okay, if you're returning home not via the UK, like, sure. Like, they're like giving some exceptions, basically. Have you watched The Hunger Games? If so, what's your opinion? I have not watched The Hunger Games, unless you mean the absolutely fire Minecraft minigame, in which case I have not watched that either. Best feature is cracked, polished, infested, gilded blackstone bricks. I just wish they'd make that, Daniel Holmes. I wish you weren't joking. I wish that was a real feature. Why does it have to be so sad? Will the streams change time if you move, says Liam S? Oh, that's a good question. I'll probably try and keep them the same time. Because, like, most streamers who live in North America stream at this time anyway. They just, like, stream in the thing. What are chat wives for if not to sham marry you for immigration? See, right, we could say we've been wives for... Let's look at your thing. You've been a member for how long, Claudia? Oh, it doesn't let me hover over your gold cat. I think gold cat's 6 months. You know, you've been my wife for 6 months. So if we just say chat really quietly, like to the Australian Border Force, like, oh, you know, she's been my chat wife for 6 months now. That's a great idea. But yeah, so I can't go to Australia, and it's making me sad, because it's like, oh, I'd love to be there. But I have worked out a loophole to get into America, and that is to go to a country that isn't the UK, or Europe, or China, or Iran, or Brazil, or realistically most of South America. As long as I don't go to most of South America, or Europe, or Iran for 2 weeks, I can come into America. And so I've been, like, looking into countries that have direct flights to America that aren't those ones, and it's slim pickings, and of the slim pickings, most of them don't accept British citizens. But I've been looking into, like, the most convoluted plan to enter America ever. But yeah, if you see me in like a couple of months doing some weird travels, unlike normal where I'm doing weird travels because I enjoy weird travels, this time it's for some immigration loopholes, and maybe you like that, or maybe you think I'm a filthy tax evader. which I'm not. Didn't you say you wanted to live in Las Vegas on your second channel? Yeah, the intention was to live in Vegas, and I still hopefully will make that happen. But it depends on like finding a country that definitely works that I want to be in for. It's a whole thing. But then like this heat thing is also making me realize like, oh man, I don't like the heat. And most places are hot in summer. Most places that aren't Europe are even hotter. Like between Europe and Canada and America, that's like all the countries that are cold in the summer, or like even reasonable in the summer. I guess I go to the Southern Hemisphere. But anyway, also happy birthday, just in case it's your birthday. I'm going to start saying that to people from now on. Good idea, Mo. Live in New York, that'd be awesome. New York is so expensive. I am not living there, friend. No, I want to live somewhere where, like, I feel wealthy. Just by virtue of being, you know, an internet citizen. That's the goal. Go somewhere where living is cheap. That's what I like about Vegas. Like, Vegas is expensive if you... Like, compared to the cost of living there, like, it can be expensive. But for a, you know, like it should be a cheap place to live, and therefore I can, you know, live nicely. I hope. I don't know for sure. I'm not a Vegas expert. I'm just a person who says words. It's becoming winter in the Southern Hemisphere, says Aiden Waters. Yeah, the problem is though, getting to the Southern Hemisphere without crossing through to a country. And then also I have to get from that Southern Hemisphere country back to America. Like, there's a lot of restrictions I need to get myself through. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with all of you because it's been like a nightmare. Well, don't go to San Francisco if you want to feel rich, says the programmer. I lived in San Francisco for a couple of weeks. Lived asterisk in San Francisco for a couple of weeks. And I can tell you that you will never feel rich there. Like, I think it's the perfect place if you don't want to feel wealthy. Because you could have $10 million cash and be like, ooh. So I'm going to have to cheap out on my apartment if I want to have money to spend. Come live in the suburbs of Chicago. I mean, obviously, like, I'm exaggerating. 10 million is, like, enough to, like... But, like, you wouldn't be wealthy. You'd be well off. Also, come live in the suburbs of Chicago. It's great here. There's never any issues. Oh, yeah, everyone's always talking about how much they love Chicago and how safe it is, I think. Pretty sure that's what people say. No, I went to Chicago, a few years ago. For a go, actually. I didn't live there. I was, like, there temporarily. And, you know, actually, I might have been there regardless of the person. I'm not sure. But I went to Chicago, and it's a nice enough city. It's okay. Chicago gets the seal of okay from me. So again, love your streams, videos. To request, play Terraria, and take the Myers-Briggs test. I tried taking the Myers-Briggs test, and the thing I concluded is that I hate personality tests because I gave up. I was so bored. Like, I hate questions that, like, I don't know, I just didn't find it interesting. Like, personality tests only measure the personalities of people who find personality tests interesting, and I am not in that category as a lesson I learned. So 249, which is there, right? Yep, there it is. We just hop across the border, place our thing. Have you seen the Andrew Cube on your subreddit? I have, but I have no idea what it is. I literally look at it and I have no understanding, you know? It is outside my realm of comprehension. Yeah, I also playing Terraria. Honestly, I have this hatred of playing a game where I know that, like, people know it so much better because they're going to be like, you're doing it wrong. Because I get that enough in Minecraft, the game I've been playing for 10 years. Imagine how much I'll get it if I play a new game. And people will be like, no, you got to learn this. And on YouTube, it is your responsibility to learn to play the game and stuff before you play it. And it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. That sounds like absolute no fun to me. Like, I like playing games and exploring and adventuring and, like, having the fun that way. But on YouTube, people like seeing games from someone who knows them already. Or at the very least is, you know, like, is doing a bunch of research on it ahead of time. Which is fine, because, like, if you just want to see a guy play a game, you know, I'm not the guy you watch. But that's the kind of conclusion there. It's just like, huh, it's not going to work, sadly. Fact fun. Thank you for the $2. I like it. You like fun fact, but it's fact fun. That's a lot of fun. Let me tell you that much. Let's kill this creeper real quick. That was dangerous. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, am I right? I have so much cobblestone just lying in these chests. Can't believe that. I have so many dumb things in this world. Toycat, do you have any tips for a large-scale build? I'm gonna give some bad generic advice for you right here that seems like it's specific. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. How did I saw that coming. I heard the spider, but I was like, oh god! I should have seen that second one coming, that's for sure. Well, everything's okay now. That's what matters. That's what matters. Let's fly down through here, and then up through here. That works, I guess. Fly to Ireland and fly to the USA. Ireland is also banned from, and like, if you've been in Ireland the last 2 weeks, you're banned from entering the United States of America, unless you've got an American passport, which I do not. Yet. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Guess who's gonna sham marry for an American passport one day? I wish I could sham marry for an American passport. Life would be easier, would it not? Okay, so let's line these torches up. Is this actually lined up, or are these just random? These are just random. Okay, let's line these up now. This forest is a little bit of a pain, but we'll get it done. It'll be nice. Hey, Kai Jones. Thank you so much. You got a cute dog as your profile picture, and you got a cute super chat as your message to go with it. Thank you, friend. I hope you are doing well today. No, I'm really excited about 1.16. Like, with every update, I'm a little excited, but we're literally at a stage in Minecraft where you get one update a year, more or less. So, to see this update, like, after basically a year of waiting, because the Buzzy Bees update exists, but let's not pretend it was a major update. There was no hype around that, it just came out one day. That's my experience as a person who made videos on it, at least. Like, people were just like, oh yeah, there's the update. It's here, I guess. Whereas the Nether update, some people have been hyped about for a long time. Again, that is my official experience, and my experience is important. That's just a fact, that is. So yeah, basically the Nether update it's kind of cool because there's this big like moment as a community where we all get to like enjoy this update together for a bit. There's gonna be some wacky things found because like people are playing around with the snapshots and stuff, and they find some things now. Who knows what we find when it comes out? The menu screen for Bedrock, it's a small thing, but that's happening as well. So yeah, next Tuesday is when the update's coming out, in case you're curious, friends. Next Tuesday, the 23rd, I want to say. So my intention is to like take a day. Oh, I'm also I know I'm sharing too much, but this is the internet. You can shut your ears if you don't want to hear this. So I'm gonna be climbing some form of real mountain on Saturday, Thursday, Friday, one of those days. A day of the week that ends with Y. I'm gonna be climbing. I'm gonna like not real climbing a mountain, like climbing a rock of some form. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Because I've only ever climbed like indoors before, so I'm gonna be seeing what it's like to like climb outdoors for the first time. Could be fun, could be awful. Who knows for sure? Hey, thank you, ViniF9R. Hey, IBX Cat. I've been watching you for so long. Just waiting for a stream that I can donate through. You have finally found that stream, I hope. No, thank you for choosing to support the channel, man. I now know you more as a person. But or is that filthy? Do you feel like, ooh, he only said my name because I gave him money? That is awful. But either way, thank you, V9FR. I feel like I recognize your name. I'm not sure what from, but I do. Or maybe it's one of those things where like, maybe it's like Sharks and Shark Boy, where I'm just getting you mixed up with someone. Which, you know what? That's kind of beautiful. I've never had that awkward moment until right now on stream, and I still think that's beautiful. Like, hey, I have my first mistaken identity. That's always a fun moment, right? Who doesn't love a good old mistaken identity? What's your obsession with torches, bro? If you place enough torches, you never have to worry about hostile mobs. Have you seen how many creepers have tried to kill me in this stream? I think I have a pretty good reason to be obsessed with torches. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Okay. There is a need for a torch here. Or there. So, the song playing right now is my favorite Minecraft song. Oh, it's definitely one of the classics. Wait, let's turn this up. Let's turn this up. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the stuff right there. It's, oh, it's faded to the next one already, I think. But yeah, Minecraft music, like... oh, actually, that's one of the cool things about the Nether update. Like, my favorite feature, if I can't list one, has to be the new music. Like, it really does add. If you're just playing Minecraft by yourself and you're just getting that, like, cinematic experience, the music means so much. The music is one of the things that makes Minecraft. I would even go as far as to say. And this next update has music that really, really, really does make the game. What do you think the fletching table should be used for, Toy Cat? I think you should be able to, like, make different arrows, like the spectral arrows, the tipped arrows, with some discount there. Hey, thanks for the info. Thanks about that. Also, I was never think of you as an awful person. You're the person who led me buying Minecraft. Oh, no way. Okay, you know, I love stories like that. I love that I got anyone into this beautiful game that we call ours. Do we call it ours? I guess we do. But yeah, that's awesome. Also, thank you, Smurfbite. Love me some Toy Cat. Flush ordered. See Smurfbite. Also, it's nice to see some names we recognize here today. I remember from like like one of the weird Nox Crew games that they released through Walmart, maybe. There you go. See, I've got memory. It's so weird how memory works, right? Like, you can have this thing where I've just realized today that I thought two people were the same person, and I've just combined everything they've ever done to get together. But also, I remember someone from something they did like a few years ago, and it's the same like veracity. Like the human memory is one of the greatest mysteries we have, and sometimes I wish we could just like I think once we solve it, the amount of things that change is like going to be truly staggering, right? Like, if we can work out where certain memories are, and you could delete memories, would you delete any memories? Yes or no, chat? Like, just yes or no. Not which memories you delete for now. Actually, tell me which memory. Tell me if you would delete a memory. Which memory would you delete? Do. Hey, thank you. 6v Radox. 6-5 Radox. No. Yes. Erasing memories, I would. No, because memories are precious. Well, I mean, not all memories are precious, you know. I had sleep paralysis, that was the worst. Last time I was streaming, actually, was that day. No, because even the horrible ones teach me something. I delete the memory of grieving. I'm sorry to hear. No, we learn from our mistakes, bad memories. Do you learn from grieving? I don't know if you do. I guess you learn how to deal with loss. I've yet to have, like, a person I know and care about die. Like, people I know have died, and like animals have died, but they're like animals are different. Hey, V9FR. Welcome to the Cheap Cat Club. You now have a nice little logo. You can use emojis, and life is great. Yes, when a guy invited me out, and I thought it was a group thing, and I brought my brother, and it was not a group thing. Hey, Becca P. I thought that was gonna go like such a worse way, like, oh yeah, a guy asked me out, and I didn't realize it was a joke, and I said yes. But it was, you thought it was a group thing, and it was not a group thing. That is, I love that. That is beautifully painful. I love that. I love that a lot. I love that, like, a lot. And now the whole world gets to know. Not only is that memory not deleted, Becca, that memory is now in public display. It is permanently out there for everyone to enjoy. I want you to know that. It's okay, are you married? I am not married yet. Not until there is a compelling visa reason for me to do so. Now I want to forget your memory. I forget you tend to do the opposite of what people tell you, so I meant don't come to Colorado, says McBella78. Wow, Colorado. Actually, not. Okay, McBella78. Colorado is definitely like in my top 5 or 10 states to live in. Like, no offense, people who don't live in these states, but your state sucks. No, I'd say like right now, obviously, like for a long term, I don't think I'd love to live in Vegas forever. But like Vegas is a great short-term place to live, medium term even, I'd say. Denver would be a place I'd love living and seeing all the seasons in. I think I like the idea of living in like a somewhere in the east. I think Washington D.C. would be a cool city. Like it's got a functional metro in America. What's that all about? I thought you guys hated public transport. I feel like I feel like New York City, not that I can afford it, would be kind of nice because like, you know, I don't know where in New York City, but like that's got to be up there. And then I think I'd also enjoy just living in I think I'd enjoy living somewhere in Texas. I don't know, like a Dallas, a Houston. I'm not sure. Not Houston, actually. You know, it'd have to be like Austin. No, actually, not even Austin. I think it'd have to be like, it'd probably be Dallas. Actually, it's the biggest city, right? I think. Oh no, Houston's bigger, but like Dallas Fort Worth is bigger. Then Texas is confusing when it comes to city, but I think I'd like to live somewhere in the state of Texas. Like I think those are my top 5, like where I would live if I had the choice of living in the United States as a fun thing. Like I really do. A part of me wants to like have my life like moving around America, like experiencing different cities, etc. It's sad that I cannot do that as a British person. Love me some NYC subway trains. Mistake them getting squished between several people on my commute every day. See, like now, like after like Corona times, it's the same with the London Underground, where everyone's like all of a sudden horrified about how close we've been getting this entire time. Like we have these public transit systems that are built on the idea that we have to squish together because that's how they make their profit margins, and now they can't because we can't. And it's a fascinating little like microcosm. I would delete my memory off. Also, wait, I want to find. Gonna do a mini scroll up here. Oh, I was hoping I could find a horrified. Oh wait, Becky, I didn't think you'd read it. OMG, there we go. I got a nice horrified person. Perfect. That's what I want in my world. If you'd start uni right now, which study would you choose? So given that my current favorite.
I'm finally wealthy enough to pay me toy cat tax. Hello from Iceland.
Hey, thank you, Jasper B. You are my first Icelandic super chatter. It's been a while since I've been to Iceland. I think 1,500 Icelandic krona is like a tenner, maybe. I'm gonna see if I'm. Actually, it's not about the monetary donation to me. It's what it means to you. But I'm curious for me. Chat, guess what an Icelandic krona is worth? You know what? No one's gonna get it right. 1,500 ISK to GBP. Is it a tenner? It's 881 pounds or about 1107 United States dollars. So if you guessed that, you're correct. If you didn't, you're wrong. So no, the why the hell are you putting random torches all over the world? They're not random. They are perfectly placed, as all things should be. Thank you very much. Southern suburbs of Denver is where I'm at, and you can still commute to Denver in like 20 minutes. As like I don't have a car or like intend to get one. I don't like the car lifestyle, and I can't drive, and I'm lazy. So, maybe the car lifestyle is a lie to cover up for my lack of ability. You don't know for sure. Oh lord. But I think like if I live in any American city, I want to live like as downtown as you can get. See, I know the word downtown. Look at me knowing Americanisms. Yeah, also, yes, good, says Ras. Thank you. I agree. Yes, good. Yes, good. It's Corona or something like that. Crowns. Yeah, thank you, Jasper B. The amount wasn't the important thing, although that was a cool thing to learn. But yeah, cool things to see. Do torches show up on maps? They show up on a small map, like the 256 by 256 one, but it won't show up on a large map, I don't think, at least. Is Missouri in your top 5? Missouri's not in my top 5. I'd say St. Louis is somewhere in my top 20. I like St. Louis. A lot of people disagree with me on that one, but that's okay. Let's go to sleep, shall we? And let's also say thank you to... Got the wrong thing here. Thank you to VN9FR. Bye to Cat. My donation dreams have come true. I'm glad I can make this happen for you. It was a big stretch for both of us, but we finally did it. It was great. The character limit on super chats kills me, says Becca P. Oh, if you ever want to type a longer super chat, the benefit to me is that all the money goes to me. If you use streamlabs.com/toycat, link down below, then the money you tip goes straight to me, which is nice. YouTube doesn't take their 30% cut or whatever. There's no downtown here, only further and further west, so it's embarrassing that you're still technically in Sydney after you've been driving for, honest to God, 50 minutes. I mean, it's called the CBD, right? The Central Business District, like the equivalent of downtown. But yeah, Australian cities are really, really weirdly put together. I do have to agree with you on that much, at least. Oh, this is the wrong block. These need to go like one block further out. Oh god, that's a mess. Probably like 269, right? I don't know, though. I've gone lost. Okay, 263 to 269. Okay, this is scaring me now. This whole thing. It's just a mess that I can't deal with. Let's go back to what we can deal with. That's a bad idea. Will we ever get the cave update? Do you like Ricky Gervais? Is my favorite feature? Pig Step. I like Pig Step. I like Ricky Gervais enough. Like, I don't think he's the funniest person, but like, I listen when he speaks. Maybe that's high praise these days. You know, it should be. You should listen to people you hate when they speak. But you know, that's not a thing we do as society, is it? But so yeah, I like. We'll definitely get a cave update. It's definitely gonna happen. There's no way it doesn't. I'm really worried because oh, I actually became a marketplace partner in the last like it's become official now. Fun fact. So like I'm now officially like in the Illuminati. And that sounds cool as heck on the surface, and I think they even tell you about like updates and stuff in there. But because I'm like NDA'd, I'll know about updates and won't be able to say it. And now I'm like, right now I don't know. I can confirm things I don't know. There is no cave update planned yet that I can see. Like there's some form of update planned for later in the year. But if you're interested in DC, I recommend living in Maryland or Virginia because the metros go out there, so you have easy access, but it's a lot cheaper. Personally, like, I know this is not a decision you make if you're living somewhere long term, but as someone who likes living short term in places, I try to live like as close to the center as I can, so I waste as little as possible time like going back and forth. Because then I can like do things in my day, hop on the thing, do it. Yeah, that's my opinion. I like public transport a lot. I don't mind being on a journey for 40 minutes to go somewhere, but I don't like being 40 minutes to do everything. You know, if you get what I'm saying. I think we're being crazy here. But so yeah, the marketplace thing went through. I'm excited about that. It's been like, if you're curious, so like the reason the marketplace map has been like my Let's Play world, I was trying to put it out forever. The reason I couldn't is because I was going through an existing partner and like they can, you know, their stuff wasn't perfectly arranged for that. So now I've been like spending the last while working on going through all the certifications, all the blah 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 blah, become someone who can do that stuff myself. You know, now Microsoft knows all my secrets, and in exchange, I can post things on the marketplace. Starting, I think, literally today. If I wanted to post something next Tuesday, which is a bad idea because the Nether update's coming out, I totally could. And so yeah, I know it's kind of cool. Can you imagine preparing 1.16, knowing there's no cave update, looking at your $1,000 bet, and just having a laugh? You see, that's the thing, right? If this had happened before we learned about 1.16, I could have been like, oh no, I know what's happening. It's the worst. But yeah, so that would be pain. You know, I might make another $1,000 bet on the cave update being the next one. I mean, I like giving money to charity. Charity deserves money sometimes, right? That sounds like a truism. So, it's Toycat's turn to say hi now. Hi now. Also, yeah, thank you for the tip, though, about DC. I like people who are enthusiastic about living in the places that I am also enthusiastic about. Because, you know, the world is short on enthusiasm. We have so much hatred in the world, but enthusiasm and love are what we need more. Like, no matter what your opinions are, instead of hating people who disagree, I think if we could learn to love people who agreed, to be caring about advancing our stuff, I think we'd be a way better place. There's no way Mojang wasn't aware of the bet and they still went and did you dirty like that, hey? I think Mojang definitely don't, like, as an entity, know about me as a person. Like, 4J Studios definitely knew and they, like, trolled me that one time with, like, changing the day. But I feel like Mojang is, like, depending on the person, like, knows very different amounts about me. I could say, like, you know, all Mojangers are bleeps, and they'd be like, didn't hear that one. You should eat 15 bananas against this Juliana Bryant. You know, 15 bananas. I have learned this one the hard way. Too many bananas. Right number of bananas, somewhere between 0 and 15. I guess 1 and 15. You know, right number of bananas is 0, honestly. The center of downtown here is a temple with shops and apartments around it. Also, Vegas to Salt Lake City is a cheap flight, which gives me easy access to Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. I think because Vegas is like, it's where everyone goes. Like, everyone goes to Vegas. I don't know why that's true, but it just is. Like, everyone goes at some point. And because of that, there's a lot of direct flights to like every major metropolitan hub in America from Vegas, which is something that I'm excited about. Like, if I'm going to be there for 3 months, I can explore some of the US perhaps. That is a thing I enjoy the possibility of doing. These torches are too far away, right? Yeah, this is where the next one needs to be. Unless that one's correct. I'm just not sure anymore. I don't understand any of this anymore. None of it makes any sense. Okay, this is 269. This is 275. Okay, that is correct. Boom. Then we go another 6 blocks back. And then we place one, and then 303. And then 297. And 291. This is a lot of effort. Like, placing torches precisely. It seems so simple on the surface, but it just gets more and more complex the more we do. And there's a certain niceness in that, don't get me wrong. There's also a certain layer of, like, what is even happening here? Okay, 279, 273. This is incorrect, which means that is incorrect. And it's just so easy to make these kind of big mistakes. Change every single torch for Salt Torch after 1.16. It's not a bad idea, is it? It's not a bad idea. Do you think Mojang will ever release an update on Wednesday again? I think so. Tuesday is like the big day for game releases. You would figure that Minecraft would want to not compete with other game releases. But like, maybe their logic is Minecraft updates do compete with game releases, so it's better to actually compete than to come out a day later. Like, hypothetically, let's say that, let's come up with some dumb game. Battlefield 6 comes out the day before a Minecraft update. If you get into Battlefield 6 first or whatever, you won't go play the Minecraft update. Whereas, if it comes out on the same day, you play the one you care about most first, and then you go into the second one later. GTA 6 Mission 1, robbing Poundland. Honestly, they need to do another GTA in London, right? Like, it's Rockstar is a Scottish-based company, right? I don't know why they've been neglecting the UK. But robbing Poundland would be great. It would be great. But yeah, I definitely want to go see Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. 3 states to tick off my list. It's good. If you knew that, good job. If you didn't, then good guess. Jessica. Also, good to see you again, Isn't it, Bella? And also, the update is out next week, Mr. Phoenix Man. I'm glad you asked. How to enter the US. Number 1, fly to Mexico City from London. 2, hang out there 14 days. 3, get to your American city of choice. 4, commit tax evasion. So yeah, Mexico is something I've considered, but Mexico is like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I love Mexican food, and I love like seeing around the place. Like, Mexico is a beautiful country, but I'm always at unease around it. You know, perhaps wrongly so. Maybe racistly so. But like, in my experience, I wasn't at ease. Like, there's like a zone in the world where like everything's okay. You know that the law system works, or at least, you know, tries to, etc., etc. But when you're in America, when you're in Mexico. Oh, you know, when you're in America, whatever. Vocal Freudian slip. But in Mexico, you can't be perfectly sure of those things. Interestingly enough. You got robbed there, right? I didn't get robbed in Mexico. I got robbed in the Dominican Republic, which is also a place I feel uneasy at. I'm actually going to the Dominican in a short while. Actually, like 8 months away from now. That'll be fun. Gotta revisit my demons, my ghosts. Go to your first spawn point, says Jacob John. No. Can't tell me what to do, Jacob John. What, you think you know me? But yeah, I like Mexico City a lot, but also I was only there for 36 hours. I think being there for 2 weeks. I know I want to go somewhere new if I'm going there for 2 weeks. Like, it has to be a city I haven't been to before. You feel me? You don't feel me. This makes no sense. I don't make any sense, but that's okay. Speaking of things that are not okay, this live stream, am I right? It's gone on for too darn long. No one wants live streams this long. People want short, snappy live streams of only an hour and a half. No, so my intention is, I just want to level with you, is to take a couple of days. Like, I think maybe tomorrow I'll stream also. But then after that, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Going to work out what 1.16e videos to make, because obviously it's a big time on the business end of things. And then after 1.16 comes out, I might stream every day for a bit. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's an idea. So the idea is to, like, energize myself, ready for it, you know? You feel me? Do you feel me? You know, that's the question. The ultimate question the world's never willing to answer, huh? But, let's place the torch there instead, and then move this one and place one here. But then this is in the wrong place, I think. So the torch goes under there. And then, oh god, this goes on this instead of, you know, okay, I got lost by the torches again. This is a nightmare to do, but let's go look at our progress. Let's go admire what we've done. Look at, okay, wait, let's check my bleacher. It's good. Look at this. The torch now the forest now glows in the dark. That's a cool thing to have done. It's not fully glowing yet, obviously, but the fact that it mostly glows in the dark is pretty darn cool. So cats, no, don't burn yourself out. Yeah, exactly, that's the plan. Like, I think before you do, like, a lot of work, before you do a lot of something, it's a good idea to take a break from that thing. And that's why in the next few days, we'll be doing precisely that. As I'll have finished my exam, this is a fantastic idea. Hey, I'm glad to see I'll have at least one familiar face, Claudia. And indeed anyone else. But, no, if you're on a computer, I can't touch you right now. So, to everyone watching today, thank you very much for coming along to the live stream, sharing your thoughts, your time, and your attention, indeed, with me. I had a wonderful time, and I hope you did too. June 23rd, 5 days now in the UK, is when the update is coming out for every platform. Xbox, iOS, Android, blah, 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 all the ones you care about, and all the ones you don't as well, because, you know, Minecraft doesn't care what you care about. It's coming out in all those places, all those times. It's going to be amazing. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot. But also, because as well as plugging Minecraft stuff, I'm going to quickly plug my stuff and be like, hey, I'm uploading a video in probably like an hour. Do you want to go watch it? Maybe I should upload it tomorrow, actually. Might be a better idea. Actually not. I don't know. I'm uploading a video either in an hour or tomorrow. Go watch it. That's the worst sales pitch ever. You know, I'm not uploading a video. I don't believe in videos. Videos are a tool used by the state to crush our individual free-thinking thoughts. Am I right? I'm not right. I hope you're right. But what I also hope you know is that I hope you have a great day, because I'll see you all in the next one. You gay. There we go. I made it rhyme. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. I got a bottle cap recently that has a guy sticking his tongue out. Oh, it's transparent. Ooh. Because it's too yellow or green or whatever. That's cool, right? That's real cool. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you for being here, friendos. Because I want to be anywhere but. Why do so many people stay around for the end here? You know, this is designed to make you leave, but you stay anyway. Oh, check out the unlisted live streams playlist if you want to pretend I'm live streaming. You can just watch it, and then, like, I'm never going to read your comment anyway, so it's the same as watching a real live stream, right? Okay, goodbye. Oh, wait. No, wait. Now for real goodbye. As soon as I find